GT Class 2 Zhejiang Circuit. Hello there everybody and welcome back to OpenFed Gaming. I am the OpenFed. We are in our semi-pro GT season and we are driving a Ferrari 488 GTE in the GT Class 2 Finale Round 2. We're driving it at the Zhejiang Circuit in China. We're doing the full circuit and we're doing 3 laps. We're driving at sunset in the rain, as we can see. It looks more like a storm to me. We start at 22nd of 22. Now, one of the main strategies I try to employ when I'm doing a race like this, got a lot of twists and turns and the laps are quite short, is I try to stay to the outside of every turn. It's not always possible, of course, because you go back and forth, but when you're on the outside of a turn, sometimes you get the opportunity to pass 1 or 2 cars. Because if you stay on the inside, everybody sucks to the corner of the turn on the inside and they clog up that side. You can't get by anybody. And it makes for a really difficult race, especially in the first lap, because everybody is kind of plugged together and you're kind of bouncing off each other like that there. So sometimes that makes a little bit of sense, is just to be on the outside, or on a corner like this one coming up, if it's a little fast, some of these guys overshoot the corner, and if you cut them on the inside, like right here, see, you can get by 1 or 2 cars. So those are the few little strategic moves you can make at the beginning of the race, but that's when cars are clumped together and the laps are fairly short. Now that we've gotten out of the main batch and we're more into the middle, well, they keep passing me like that. I'm going to be back at that at the end. But here we're coming up by the grandstand, which, as you know, there's always a straight section, so you could always pass 1 or 2 or 3 cars, so that helps out a little bit. So then you come to these corners again, and these guys, they slow right down, as you know. So if you can, like I said, try and sneak on the inside if there's room, which there is later on when the ranks thin out a little bit. Other than that, get them on the outside, just like this. You don't have to drive wild, and here I kind of over boogied the corner, but you gotta kind of try and keep an eye on that, because this is a very difficult race to win. You know, it being only 3 laps and then the weather being bad, which makes the track a little bit slippery, but you got to just keep at it and, you know, try and move up in the pack ahead of the main pack so that you could be into cars like these ones here that are spread out a little bit more. Because when they're spread out a little bit more, individually they can't block you out. It's when they're in a group that they have more success in blocking you out and keeping you behind them. So keeping that in mind, is try to get ahead. We've got 7 cars left in front of us. Wow, it's getting a little bit wild out there. I'm even taking out the signs on the side of the road. We're going to try and keep it a little bit cleaner, trying to take some of my own advice. As we're ripping along the side here, we got to get moving because we don't have a lot of time left. We've got 6 cars that we still got to pass, and our second lap is almost done. So, well, okay, we got 5 cars to pass. But it's not easy. We got the grandstand here so we can get by a couple, but as you know, the track is quite twisty and turny, so it's going to be hard to pass those last cars in this lap. Oh, we only got by 1. Ooh, and rear-ended him because he stopped, almost stopped dead in front of you. See, that's where if you're off to the side a little bit when you're following somebody, when they slow down like that in front of you, you can zip by them. So that was my mistake. I shouldn't have been right behind him. So anyhow, we're about halfway almost through this lap and we still got 2 cars to pass. And these guys, they're pretty zippy. They're not going to just allow me to go by them at my own. Well, this guy will. He's going to let me go by, but this guy isn't. He's going to be a little bit tougher. He's going to hang around. I really am very, very impressed with the rain, sunshine, the different weather in these races, the snow. I don't always like driving in the snow and the rain, but it doesn't stop you from being impressed by how good it looks. It's an awesome race. Really enjoyed this one. It was a quick one. We're almost done. We're almost over. We're still behind this guy, but we're hopefully around this corner. We're going to see if we can cut it on the inside, sneak by him, and try and steal victory away from the jaws of defeat. Now we got to get on the left-hand side of him and just boot it. There we go, and rip her down. We don't have far to go, so we don't have to worry too much about a clean race. Just keep it going. This has been an awesome race. Really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. Until the next time, you've been racing with the OpaFed.